Greetings, everybody. Some of you would have seen this picture of my offspring, and I decided to use her photo just to talk about relationships and friendships and the importance of knowing who your real friends are. Because although this is my offspring, she's my friend. And when they were growing up, people used to say, your kids are like your friends. You shouldn't be friendly with your kids. And there are times when I would agree. But at the end of the day, if I can't be friendly with my children, then how am I going to be friendly with someone else? In this time, when I think of becoming friends with somebody, I find it to be very scary. For one, I am more of an introvert when it comes to relationship with people. I don't trust people very easily. I have a difficult time. So, being on social media for all these years, I met two persons, two females, that is. And, these two females got close to me. And usually I'm attracted to people who, are of a spiritual mindedness, if I can put it that way. I sort of need somebody in my life for those days when I'm low and I need to be inspired, as the famous expression, iron sharpened iron. And so I'm attracted to people who are not just listening to me, but they're sharpening me and they inspire me. And those moments when I take a step back, they're there to just motivate me. That's very difficult to find. It's very easy to find people who might seem to be nice and seem very friendly, but only those who truly inspire me, I consider as friends. And these days, when it comes to friendship, loyalty means nothing to a lot of people. And when it comes to relationship with women, to be honest, it's very, very scary. People will go out of their way to get close to you. Women will go out of their way to get close to another woman so they can get access to their man. We're not talking about insecurity. We're talking about things that I've seen of women seeing a woman with a good thing and her working on her relationship, and they draw close to get involved. If they're not trying to get involved with the man, they're trying to go tell lies on their friend. I've seen that. So when it comes to friendship, oh my goodness, I put that with a big capital question mark. Until over a period of time, more and more, as I relate to people, I start feeling comfortable. But not only because I'm feeling this level of comfort, because I might be naturally attracted to somebody, but the Spirit is saying, no, back off. And I have learned over time to listen to that. Sometimes I meet someone, and virtually or otherwise, and I got questions and I don't want to judge somebody. So before I start making assumptions about the person, I ask questions. There's one female, and yourself, I had a lot of questions, but the Spirit was telling me, this is it. Okay, ask these questions, and if the answer is this, then you can trust this person. And I literally wrote down the question and the answers that says this is a okay person. If the person answered these things, this is not a good person. And so I went with the Spirit and I asked the question, and that lady answered I never showed it to her, but I asked her the question and I had the answers that she would give me, and 5 answers. Like, I went back and forth, kept asking her these questions, and everything she said was confirmed. What the Spirit said, if she says these things, she's okay. She's a good person. She's just misunderstood. You know yourself. I'm not going to call your name. I literally had the answers you provided me before you even gave them to me. So, this is how I kind of live my life. A lot of the people on social media are very dangerous. I say dangerous? Dangerous. You got these individuals who will have conversations with you, and they will store your conversation to be used later on. This is why I got a good friend on here. I love her. She's my sister. And there are times when she shares stuff with me. If I feel that information is something that is not something we would want to share outside of that space, I delete it from my chat. Because I love her and I honor her and respect her. I'm thinking, it's so hard to find those kind of relationship. People are jealous. People just bad mind for no reason. People are sometimes financially, doing better than someone they consider to be their friend. But, they will be envious of you. Why? And so for me, it takes me years and years and years to get close to people. And when I do, I value that relationship. Now, I've had incidents with folks that I just open. Remember, I'm not somebody that is trusting people very easily. And sometimes I meet persons and the gates start going down. And it gets down to the point where my eyes start showing and I'm starting to gravitate toward that person. And then they do something or they say something and it triggers me and I run. I'm a runner. I never even realized I was a runner until my partner tells me, you are a runner. I was not even open to the person that I was married to. It took years, many, many, many years to let the guard down. And I say, if you ever let that fly back up, that's it. Because I take my time to get to know people. And when I start to develop and build trust in that person and they betray me, never again. That doesn't mean I won't speak to that person because I am very forgiving in some respects. And not because of the other person, but for my heart to be clean and pure. It doesn't matter what you do to me. Over time, I will forgive, not for your sake, but for mine. So I'm going to tell people, who are meeting folks online, to operate with caution. Because nothing is sacred anymore. And I've seen too many times folks have reached out, persons who are usually, standoffish would reach out to someone they think they can trust. And they would share intimate details or, try to break bread with that person, only to find out that these persons are devilish. These people, you start to like them, and for whatever reason, they decide that, you're their enemy or they become yours. And so I'm careful. I don't trust people. I have a difficult time trusting people, and rightfully so. People should be able to earn my trust. Because once I start to feel affection towards you, that's very important to me. And I know that my friends are my not my associates, but people I consider as friends, people that I love, can really hurt me. And it takes me a long time to get over it. Okay? And so there are persons that I, even on my channel that I associate with or whatever, but they're not friends because I don't know them and they don't know me. And I have not opened myself. See, I started doing that. I started opening the door a little bit to share a little part of myself. I had to shut that real fast. So if you find that you're in my space or you're in my corner or you're having a regular conversation with me, it's because I admire you and I'm learning to trust you. But women can be very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And as you proceed, whenever your gut start telling you anything about somebody, don't ignore it. And whenever your spirit is saying, it's okay, you can give it a chance. For all the individuals who, I associate with on my channel, I respect you, I appreciate you and all of that. But in order for you to get so close to me and for that to last for a period of time, understand that I have my own test. And I suggest that nobody says that I am their friend unless they have reason to believe that I've been a friend. We use that word too loosely, as we use the word love so loosely. Do you know what love is? Love is withstanding the test of time and going through the highs and lows in life and have that person be there when you look around. And your true love will let you tell the person the truth. Some people stop being your friends when you tell them the truth. The truth doesn't have to be callous. It doesn't have to be rude. It doesn't have to be, said in condescending ways. But it needs to be said. If I see my friend heading down a path that I think is destructive, I'm going to tell my friend in a way that is honest. For example, my friend was sending pictures recently of herself in the hospital, and I asked her, why are you doing that? Why are you sending these pictures to me? Because I know what people will use these pictures to do, or these photographs to do, when it suits them. I don't trust people. And if you are in my corner and I'm feeling close to you, I give thanks for that. And I know who I can continue the journey with. We cannot hide our quality or our truth for too long before it emerges. Bless up yourself, my good friend. There are times you are the only one, the one and only person I know I can tell any and everything as it relates to my struggles, spiritual or otherwise. And I give thanks. I give thanks. Because there are times when I reach out to a person, at risk, of course, to tell him certain things, and it's often not well received sometimes. But you are always open to the Spirit, and I love you for it. I'm so grateful, and I see where you want to push me. You encourage me. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, everyone.